Hi everyone, Saturday evening. I did a vlog yesterday, or a small video piece. I'm still editing it, but I thought as I'm on a roll, might as well do one today as well. This one is 1939 30M, or Manx Grand Prix Spec as it was in those days. It's a garden gate, it's the first of the garden gate frames. Rather than a big plunger. I'm fortunate to have a big plunger as well, and it's very different. So I'm assuming Norton's realised very quickly in the first year or two of the big plunger that the design wasn't ideal. I'm not sure, they both have a reputation for getting quite a few breakages, but they definitely moved to this one for the main life of all the plunger frames. This one is in Manx spec. The forks are a very nice set, which I've had retubed, of proper Manx spec forks. They don't have any side dampers on them, and obviously they come together closer at the bottom, and this lug here, but a road going set. You might see I recently decorated a few months ago, and as part of doing that, we agreed, my good lady and I agreed, that she could have the living room however she wanted. I'd have this smaller living room, which I tend to use as an office. I'd have this how I wanted, including my own little build frame, as I seem to have run out of room in the workshop. So I'm slowly assembling this one to put the 500 engine, which has got our magnesium crankcases in. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but I'm actually getting on with it now. I've already, the frame's had quite a lot of surgery done over it in the last couple of years by a friend of mine. I did the last bit of surgery a couple of months ago. He'd already plastic coated it, and I rubbed it down, just ready to two-pack. As I tend to two-pack most things if I'm doing stuff myself, and I am these days. I think like most of you, finding that it's difficult getting anything else out there at the moment, and I can do it from home. The forks I've been cleaning up for the last few weeks in the weekend. I gave them a final heavy coat of two-pack primer in my little spray booth. He says I'm trying to move it so it's not going to fall over. I gave it a heavy two-pack coat last week, and I've just spent Saturday afternoon very pleasantly sat on the floor here, Discovery Channel on, rubbing everything down with 400 and 600 grade wet and dry. Just been out to the spray booth and giving it a duster down, ready for tomorrow, just to get all the dust off. And I'm going to give this and all of the other fork parts a coat of two-pack top coat tomorrow, which should be quite good. Then probably the next week, this is ready to paint as well. I'm waiting for some more two-pack to come, but I'll do the frame then, which is ready as well. I might do a few more of these little bits here just to show how this progresses. It's been a long time in the doing already, so I doubt it'll be very quick knowing me. But as I start to put bits on it, perhaps I'll do a few updates on it. Let me know if there's anything particular you want me to cover as I start building it up. Okay, cheers. Very pretty.
We're disappointed about your bread maker.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but you know I'm right, and you're not even supposed to be eating bread anyway.
Ringo!
Don't disturb him.
We have to disturb him. He has to say hello. Say hello to the camera. Oh, it's a hard life. Okay, back to sleep. So I'll do a few photos next just to cover the prepping and the painting I did first of all, prepping the fork blades on the left of the M30 blades. They'd already been retubed, but I needed to clean them up. It'd been a couple of years ago. Frame had already been plastic coated by my mate for me, but I just wanted to cut it back and give it a final 2-pack top coat, which is what I like to do, and I was going to do the forks the same anyway. So here's the frame and forks ready for top coating. Blades on the left have been primed and rubbed back. I did put another coat on after that, and this is after the first coat of top coat. Things went well other than the headstock. Unfortunately, the frame, working in confined space, I went and touched it right at the end against the side of the shed where I'd paint, and that was the result. Can't do anything with it. All you can do is respray. The gun on the left is my little touch-up gun. It's a beautiful little DeVilbus, and I was able afterwards just to mask the headstock off, rub it back once it was dry, and use that DeVilbus on the left. Then afterwards, a couple of days for it to harden, then the frame taken into the workshop, knowing it was going to get messy, where I can kind of cut back with just a cutting compound, and it's like a teacup. I mix it with Brasso and cut it back. And you can see there, that's the headstock after it's been done. And actually the other thing I did was now cleaning areas, so I'm cleaning the steering head bearing faces to take the cups. At this point I start using 1500 or even 2000 wet and dry, so normally 3M, and use that just to very finely cut back with water before I polish. And you can see there's like a milky substance on the frame. That's how it tends to go. You're only taking a very, very fine cut with that 1500. And then once you've done that and it's matted slightly, you then use polishing compound on a Bosch. In this case, I've got a Bosch polishing mop with a big sponge on it, and that big sponge has got cutting compound. One of the issues you do get, to see the fork blades here, the one at the front, there's an area I didn't get a full depth of paint on it, and you can see the greys just coming through the primer. So for that bit, again, I was able just to mask up. It was just a small area. I was able to mask up and use the DeVilbus gun and just give that a spray in that particular area. And that's always one of the things when you're spraying in a small area, you're going to occasionally just miss a small bit. And that's the frame afterwards. So that was it done. It looked nice. It's not perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. And it's a nice basis now for building the bike. So in the next article, you can see the plungers are in. I'll just cover there the plungers, and I'll do that in the next vlog. Okay, thanks for watching.